Hey, I'm Tom. It is August 18th, 2025, and I am 49 years and 65 days old. I skipped the last 2 days, which happened to be the weekend, Saturday. I just couldn't find the motivation to do this. And Sunday, I was pretty much busy the entire day and just didn't find the time to do this. And I don't know what that means. It probably means nothing. I mean, this is video 61, I think. 61 videos is 61 more videos than I thought I would make. Because even up until the day that I started this, I wasn't sure I was going to do it. And 61 videos might be more videos than I've made the rest of my life combined, now that I think about it. And when I say made, I mean thought at the time, I am making a video as opposed to just, filming something that I happen to be seeing or experiencing. One thing that is hitting me today is there are too many things that you could think about. And we know this is a problem, and we talk about doom scrolling, we talk about getting off your phone. Everyone, if you look at a YouTube video, I watched one today of someone making watches. This guy had learned how to make watches as a hobby and was now doing it or trying to do it as a business. But if you look at any YouTube video of someone exercising that kind of focus on a craft, and it could be anything, at some point you're going to see a comment along the lines of, this is what happens when you aren't on your phone all day. Like something like that. As if the only barrier to all of us becoming artisan watchmakers is the phone. And certainly it doesn't help, but I'm pretty sure that's not the only barrier, because if I wasn't on my phone, I would potentially be playing a video game. And then you have to add, this is what happens when you're not on your phone / playing a video game all day. And then you add in work. It's like, this is what happens / don't need full-time employment / aren't on a sports team / don't have family commitments / ultimately you get to a point where you're slicing up an increasingly small pie. The finest slivers on the energy cake. And where that energy is going to go then becomes its own sort of job. I know people who have spreadsheets, not for finance, but for time, which I understand is a reasonable approach, especially if you have people who actually demand your time, which I don't. I really don't have a single demand on my time, at least not in a way that it has to happen when it's happening. Oddly, this is the only demand on my time that maybe exists, and it's entirely self-created. So, yay me, that's undoubtedly a big privilege. And yet, in spite of that, I haven't become an artisan watchmaker. I haven't learned a new language. I haven't continued with drumming. I have books on bookbinding because I thought at one point that was going to be a thing I did. And then I took a couple of classes and I really wanted to be into it. I really wanted to want it. Wanting to want things is maybe a corollary to the sheer proliferation of things that you might pay attention to. And I wonder about the value we place on being able to concentrate. It's undeniably useful. And by and large, I think I can concentrate, I would say, just fine. I have an acceptable amount of concentration where the acceptance criteria is as dictated by, my ability to be employed, my ability to hold a conversation, my ability to remember things. I saw a sign in a store and it said something like, "What would you do if this was the last day of your life?" Or maybe it organized it differently for specific emphasis. If this were the last day of your life, what would you be doing? It was just propped up in a store that sold, I don't remember. It was something very unrelated to that sentiment. And this sign was kind of propped up in the window, and it had been hand painted clearly on like a board of wood. Anyway, I remember reading it and walking past it and immediately thinking I would probably continue doing exactly what I'm about to do. If I knew it was the last day of my life, I guess I would reach out to people and say one last goodbye. But I honestly guess I would do that. I don't know. I don't know what the value of that would be. It would be very hard to live the last day of your life if you had to reach out and connect with everyone who might care that it was your last day. And I know I'm taking this sign very seriously. The sign is getting full engagement from me. But I think it means something, to me at least, that I don't think I would change what I would do. I don't think I would change usually what I'm doing with my time. And that feels like a certain kind of happiness. Not that I'm always doing the thing I want to do the most, but I am mostly, if not always, doing something that I'd like to be doing. And yeah, that feels like a tremendous blessing. I don't know how many people can say that or get to say that.